Hello guys, so today I just wanted to do a short video on what is a health coach. It's because it's a question that I'm realising still not a lot of people know the answer to, and so therefore they don't know the difference between what I do and what health coaches are doing out there. So this is just a little bit of an education around health coaching. So firstly, what is a health coach? A health coach is somebody that partners and works with a client like a mentor to make lifestyle changes so that person can improve their health. It's slightly different to a few other professions that are in the health and wellness community. So it's really good for me to explain to you what the difference between the health coach is and what those other professions do. So one example is a doctor. Health coach in comparison to a doctor is, when you go to a doctor is really looking at what are the symptoms that the patient is feeling or having, and therefore they prescribe medication based on those symptoms. Now with health coaching is more about looking at the root cause that may be causing those symptoms. So that could be that stress is what's causing you to not be able to sleep, and therefore even if you take sleeping pills, you still haven't got to the root cause. Another way is looking at it is comparing it to a nutritionist. Now with nutritionalists, they are very focused on food based. And so you might work with a nutritionist on a dietary plan. You may look at your macros with them, like your fats and protein and carbohydrate count. Or you may even look at your calorie count with them. Whereas a health coach is looking at really the bigger picture. So what are all the things that are happening in your life right now that could be impacting your health? Because it may be that even if you look at food, you could stop the amount of food that you're eating, but actually the reason that you're eating those so-called foods are because there's some imbalance somewhere else within something that's happening in your lifestyle. Another thing is personal trainers, especially with me with the name 𝐓𝐫𝐿𝐿𝐵 or company name. I always get asked that, are you a personal trainer? But no, I'm not. I mean, personal trainers will look at you and look at the fitness goals that you have, and will work with you in your sessions on those fitness goals, which is great. But that means that it can be very difficult to look at some of the other things that could be impacting you achieving your health goals that may be nothing to do with fitness. And lastly, you could get compared as a health coach to a counsellor. And the difference between a health coach and a counsellor is, when a client comes to me, we work specifically on what is their health goal, and we have a very set time goal in mind that they're going to achieve their health goal. Whereas with a counsellor, you could go for ongoing counselling sessions. It could be an infinite amount of time that you work with a counsellor in order to achieve the goals that you have. So why does health coaching even exist? Well, in the US where health coaching started, patients realised that they weren't achieving their health goals, and we realised that the US healthcare system was failing. And so what health coaching became about was actually working in collaboration with doctors to help the patients be able to achieve more healthier lifestyles through the goals that they had, and being able to work with them to put those things into practice. So that meant when the patient went home, either after hospital or from leaving the doctor, they had a partner that they could work with. There was more of an accountability partner, and also a knowledge base that they could work with to be able to implement the steps that they needed to achieve the health goals. And also this meant that patients were able to go right down to the root cause of what their problems were. So how do I work as a health coach? For me, the health coach that my health coaching practice is set up to have corporates in mind. So I work with mainly senior managers and above, so a lot of executives, and they tend to travel a lot. They have very, very little time, but they have very specific health goals in mind that they want to achieve. So for me, it's about looking at firstly, working with them on the why that they have about their health goals, and trying to really be clear on what the purpose is that they're trying to achieve. And then I work with them on a specific time goal, as mentioned. So that could be my 10-day program, which is really designed to be a reset, where they can detox naturally through nutrition. But then I also do a 3-month program. I also do 10-month programs. And I also do workshops and education. And because I own an organic health cafe, I also look at F&B consulting as well around health and wellness plans. But I also know other health coaches that specialise in various different things. And that can be things like, I have a very good friend that's a health coach that does prenatal and postnatal health coaching. I know other health coaches that specialise on a specific health issue that somebody has, and that could be anything from imbalanced hormones to a skin problem. If you want to know more a bit about how I work as a health coach or how I can support you, there's a lot more available on my website, which is 𝐓𝐫𝐿𝐼𝐾𝐼.com. And you also can look at my Instagram handle at @𝐓𝐿ICA.fit. But I hope that helps to answer the question about what is a health coach. Thanks.